My name is Lutz Stiegler. I'm at Volvo XC responsible for all the controls and calibration for all the powertrains. And it's my pleasure to walk you a little through the powertrain of our all-new XC90, the T8 powertrain, the plug-in hybrid powertrain. When we start from the front of the car, we have here our combustion engine, which is pretty much the same like the T6 power position, but between the engine and transmission, we have here the motor generator, what generates the electrical energy to charge the battery, starts the engine, and helps for torque fill. We have also here the inverter for this electrical motor and the DC-DC converter. If we go a little to the back of the car, we have in the center of the car the battery, which is the heart of the hybrid system. It contains roughly 9.3 kilowatt hours of energy, and we use roughly 6.5 out of it. The battery is placed between driver and co-driver in the car, so that it's really in the center of the car, which is good for the vehicle dynamics, and which is also very safe. So that allows us to build a quite lightweight battery, because the safety is given from the architecture of the car. If we go to the back, then we see here the high voltage wirings going to the inverter for the electric rear axle drive. This is this unit here between the wheels. So there is no mechanical link between the front drive of the car and the rear drive. Everything is done electrically. The motor installed here has roughly 65 kilowatt power, and it has a clutch where we can decouple the electric motor from the wheels to make everything as efficient as possible. In addition to that, here you see the onboard charger with a power of 3.5 kilowatt, because this is a plug-in hybrid concept. So that means we can charge the battery from the grid, running quite a while purely electrically, and then if the battery is completely depleted, the combustion engine kicks in. Yeah, this entire concept allowed us to build the world's first SUV as a 7-seater with a plug-in hybrid capability, a very sportive car, a very economical car, and if you want, you can run all electric within the street. This is pretty much the basis. I think different to the competitors is the entire architecture. We have a modular architecture. The changes from the conventional powertrain are kind of limited. We use the same engine like in the T6, pretty much the same transmission. The transmission is only wider to integrate the starter generator. And we use a special unit in the rear axle where we have what we have already developed to a high maturity in previous cars. So Volvo XC started the first plug-in hybrid in 2012, and there we used quite a similar approach. So we developed this, made it mature, and now we have it here in the all-new XC90. From an efficiency point of view, it is a very high level what we can achieve, because the electric motor drives directly to the wheels with only one gear set in between. The competition mainly uses a so-called P2 architecture, where all the electrical power is coming in front of or prior the upstream the transmission, so that all the electrical power has to go through the transmission, but unfortunately brings some efficiency losses. So I would say this is the main difference. Yeah, the entire system has roughly 240 kilograms add-on to the normal weight of the car. Respecting that we don't have the all-wheel drive system, this is roughly what we have to accept. Yeah, the normal charging time in a 220 grid is roughly 3 hours, depending a little on temperature conditions. But 3.5 hours, the battery is completely recharged. In Europe, we have homologated a car with 42 kilometers range. Here in the US, we expect something around 17 miles. but the homologation is not yet finished.